Go.
I'm Gary Lemons.
I'm Alita Lemons. I'm Hazel Travis.
I'm Jeff Travis.
Gil Perkins.
And he's gonna know you stayed up real late.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Okay, here she comes.
She's got it all fixed.
And I'm Morgan Tyree. Okay. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever flown in a plane? How many of you have ever flown a plane? If this has ever been a dream of yours, maybe this information will get you closer to realizing that dream. If flying a plane sounds like the worst way to spend your time, this information might make you more comfortable next time you ride in a plane. And you might even be able to impress the pilot with your new knowledge. Hearing my dad talk about flying all the time finally got me interested enough to enroll in some flying lessons. And I learned that flying isn't just a daredevil act for people that aren't afraid to die. And it combines science and physics, and it actually does make sense. The view is way better than from a car, it's way faster, and statistically, flying is actually safer than driving a car. Hopefully, after hearing this speech, you'll understand the 4 basic forces of flight, why an airplane flies, and also some important parts of the plane. There are 4 main forces involved in flight. The Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge explains them all pretty nicely. Lift is the upward force. Lift is created by the movement of air around the wings. Lift opposes the force of weight. Weight then is the downward force. In physics, we learn that weight is due to mass times gravity. So weight in flight is due to the effect that gravity has on the mass of the plane, the passengers, and the fuel, as well as some luggage. The force of weight always acts opposite of lift and towards the center of the earth. Thrust is the forward force. Thrust is created by the propeller, and it opposes drag. So drag is the backwards force. Drag is created by the interruption of airflow by the body of the plane, the wings, the tail, and other parts of the airplane. Drag always acts opposite of the direction of flight. These 4 forces must be equal to achieve straight and level flight, but the forces are only effective if part of the plane can take advantage of them. Each piece of the plane, and the airplane as a whole machine, is engineered to do just that. Now I'll introduce you to some major contributing parts of the plane. Before a pilot flies, they have to do a pre-flight check that involves checking all of these parts, plus quite a few more. The Pilot's Operating Handbook, or POH, includes a checklist as well as some specifications for these parts. First, I'm sure you're all familiar with the wings. The wings are the large symmetrical pieces on each side of the plane. They stick out pretty far. The wings are shaped specifically to create lift by being curved on the top and flatter on the bottom. Planes such as this one with one set of wings are called monoplanes. Biplanes have 2 sets of wings, one on top of the other. The wings also have important parts. The flaps are on the back of each wing, closest to the body of the plane. The flaps move up and down to increase and decrease lift during landings and takeoffs. The ailerons are next to the flaps and extend to the wing tip. The ailerons move when the pilot turns the yoke, which is like a steering wheel inside of the cabin, to help the plane turn. One goes up and the other one goes down when you turn. Secondly, the propeller is another popular part. The propeller is powered by the engine and rotates to create thrust, the forward force. It creates a pressure differential that pulls the airplane through the air. The propeller and the blades on it are actually a lot more complicated than what they look like. The shape, width, and angle of each blade gradually change along the length of each blade. For example, the blades, which differ in number on different planes, are slightly angled at the nose of the propeller. The angle gradually decreases as you get further from the nose. At the tip, the blade is almost perpendicular to the long line of the airplane. All of these features, as well as the length of the blades, are specific to individual aircraft to maximize efficiency. Next is the fuselage. The fuselage is just the official name for the body of the plane. It serves as an attachment for the wings, the tail, and other parts of the plane, and it contains the cabin and some storage space for passengers, pilots, and some gear. Finally, we'll move to the back of the plane. The rudder is just behind the tall vertical stabilizer. The rudder is controlled with foot pedals inside of the cabin by the pilot. The rudder turns side to side to turn the nose of the plane left and right. Also on the back of the plane are the elevators. The elevators are behind the horizontal stabilizers that kind of look like mini wings on the back of the plane. The elevators move up and down to move the nose of the plane up and down in flight. These are only a few pieces of the system that make an airplane fly. They all have to be positioned so that they don't interfere with each other, and they have to be constructed in a way that maximizes the desired effect of one of the forces. After hearing about the 4 main forces that contribute to flight and some of the important parts of the airplane, I hope you feel more confident in your knowledge about airplanes. Maybe now you're motivated to take some flying lessons? Anyone? If not, you should at least feel more comfortable next time you ride. And remember, next time you want a ride in the sky, you can give me a call. Thank you.
Very good.